live. What's going on, everyone? Thank you all so much for tuning in this time. Everybody that's here, I greatly appreciate it. Anybody watching the replay, thank you so much. Don't forget the video and subscribe to the channel. So, as expected, right? Like, again, you know what games the Lakers are going to win, and you know what games the Lakers are. Luckily, Denver got ran through, right? So, Lakers just got a full game on Denver, which is why it's even more frustrating that the Lakers lost to Denver, because if they would have beaten Denver, we would have had a full game on Denver, right? Like, that's the difference between you actually, being somewhere and not, and being and leapfrogging them or not. Obviously, we have another game against Denver that we're going to have to win. We're going to have to get that done. But again, it's frustrating. But, again, this game, it's one of those things where, sorry, I was eating right before I came on stream. But it's one of those things where, it's hard to get excited for these wins. I'm happy we won. Don't get me wrong. Luka put on an absolute masterclass. Don't get me wrong, right? Like, you had a couple solid games from several guys. Austin Reeves hopefully starts to find his rhythm. It looked like he started to find his rhythm a little bit there. Obviously ended up fouling out, but again, he was struggling to start the game and then kind of started to pick it up a little bit there at the end, because we really need him to start to find his stride, start to find his shot, start to find his footing here a little bit. Obviously, Luka, 14 of 25 from the floor, so 56% from the floor, 7 of 14 from three, 9 of 10 from the foul line, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks, and 44 points. He was a plus 20. Luke Kennard, man, that dude is so good. He is, like, genuinely, he is so good for this Lakers team. His playmaking, his passing, his rebounding. The guy just, like, Lakers have to keep him. Problem is, he's starting to play himself out of Lakers range, right? Like, it's not good because he's like, look, he hasn't played this good. Now, he's been really good. 6 of 9 from the floor, 3 of 5 from 3-point range, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 15 points. Really just kind of gave us some nice production. Marcus Smart, of course, 3 of 4 again from 3-point range. The only difference is last night he was 3 of 4 from 3-point range and then missed 2 straight threes. So, but it's good sign. Lakers have been shooting the ball pretty well. Marcus Smart has consistently been shooting the ball well. Rui Hachimura has been shooting the ball well. He's 5 of 8, 2 of 3 from 3. Luka Doncic I've done entire deep dives into that about how Luka's shot has been better. Obviously Luke Kennard helps a ton. And, Luke Kennard, like, to touch on Luke Kennard, right? Like, he's somebody that, when I did some of the videos after we landed him, after we traded for him, I talked about, like, he might end up being contagious for this team, right? It's hard to consistently knock down shots when, like, nobody can hit a 3 to save their lives, when everybody is missing threes. But then you get somebody like a Luke Kennard who comes in and he just, like, a lot of times players need to see the ball go through the hoop at times, right? So, like, obviously this game isn't a good example because Luka started off the game in fuego. But like, there have been games where we've seen, like, Lakers are struggling early to generate offense. Luke Kennard comes in, hits a 3, and then all of a sudden the Lakers start to, get some things in order there. But again, just solid game all around. Jackson Hayes even, was solid in his 25 minutes. He's probably going to play quite a bit, as I imagine they're going to be patient with Ayton in his return. Again, solid all around game. Everybody that played, I thought, contributed. We didn't really get much of the young guys. We did get Drew Timme, right? Drew Timme played 22 minutes. He wasn't, like, insanely impactful this game. He kind of was just out there, right? Where, we've seen games where Lakers are kind of, like, running through him at times and doing stuff. I just felt like Lakers just kind of put him out there just to put him out there. Maybe it was the Pacers, right? Maybe it was one of those things. He didn't really get many shots either, right? He only got 2 shots. Usually he's out there picking and popping and doing all kinds of stuff. I felt like they didn't really utilize him this game in the 22 minutes that he was out there, but he was a +9, and gave us 4 points, 2 rebounds, an assist. So can't get too mad about that. Then we got to see a couple young guys connect. Went 101 from the field, which is nice. 101 from 3. Chris Mignon, it was nice seeing him limited minutes. Kobe Buffkin. Adu Thero didn't play, which I'm interested as to why. The Lakers are being overly cautious with him. I mean, look at what just happened with Mark Williams. I made a video about the Mark Williams situation, right? I think Lakers are trying to be overly cautious, but like from a fan perspective, it's frustrating because it's like, one, I wish they would just say that. Like, hey, we're trying to be cautious with the dude Thero because we really need him next year. Like, he's going to be a big piece next year type thing, right? Like, cool, no problem. At least we know. But it's like, from a fan perspective, it's frustrating when you see him on the bench and he could have an impact and it's like he's not playing at all, right? Like, I get if you want to like, hey, he's probably going to be a big piece for us next year, right? He's probably going to be playing consistent rotation minutes next year, right? So we want to make sure he's as healthy as possible and gets, training and conditioning all this season to kind of prep him and prepare him for that. No problem. Cool. Okay. But be nice to at least hear that. Jake LaRavia, man, that guy, he's in his own head right now. He's just struggling right now. I mean, he's missing like layups and can't hit a 3. Like, he can't even hit the rim to save his life right now. He's struggling. Like, look, he's been inconsistent all year. Don't get me wrong. And I talked about it when we got him that, hey, he's probably going to have his inconsistencies offensively because, again, he's 23 years old. But he's not even having, inconsistencies right now. He's just offensively been terrible. And he's still been really good defensively. Right? Like, to his credit, right? He still rebounds the ball well. Didn't so much this game, but he only played 15 minutes. But he also defensively has been really good still for the Lakers. And that's kind of what he's been able to hang his hat on. Again, he'd have these kind of hot and cold games, you'd see him, he'd have whatever, 18 one night, and then he'd have, 7 the next, and then he'd have like 15, and then he'd have whatever. Since he's gone to the bench, he's really struggled, which is interesting because, when he was off the bench to start the season, he was actually really good, right? Like, he was solid. He was hitting shots, he's doing all that stuff. And then he became the starter, and he was really good as a starter, right? Like, he was putting up, like, I'd have to go and like pick up the minutes, but again, I pick up the numbers from that stretch, but he was really good as a starter. And then everyone got healthy and stuff. He went back to the bench. And again, he's just struggled since going back to the bench. He's had a couple games here and there. He had that one 18-point game. He had like a 15-point game. He's had a couple games here and there in between, but he's consistently just struggled right now. Again, it's one thing to be inconsistent. It's another thing to just like not be able to produce offensively at all. Like, again, like he's 23. You're going to live with his inconsistencies. That's fine. Like I, again, talked about, right? Like, even when I was doing the breakdowns on Rui versus Jake LaRavia, right? What did I keep saying? You remove, because Rui Hachimura can be inconsistent or scoring the basketball. I mean, he just came off of a stretch where he was terrible. He's averaging 2 rebounds and 5 points a game, shooting the ball, terribly. And I talked about, right? Like, you take away Rui's scoring, you take away LaRavia's scoring. What does LaRavia give you? What does Rui give you? LaRavia's better defender, better rebounder, so on and so forth, right? So there was that argument there. But now that everyone's healthy and he's coming off the bench, he's struggling. Defensively, again, he's been really good defensively, and he's still rebounding the ball pretty decently. But overall, just needs to find his footing. I'm hoping he has one of those games where he hits a couple shots. You'll see it sometimes, hit a couple shots. I mean, we have a couple guys struggling right now, though, too, right? Like I said, Rui was struggling. I mean, I did an entire video about the last, 9 games where he was struggling. Where Rui was playing like Jake LaRavia right now. And then Austin Reeves has really had his struggles, right? But Rui has seemed to have find his shot again, has seemed to find his rhythm. Austin Reeves, hopefully this is a good sign towards him finding his rhythm. So hopefully Jake can kind of find that, get his touch back, because I do. I think a lot of it is just mental. But again, we figured we'd win this game. I don't want to get too hyped on it because, again, Lakers just, they keep beating the bad teams. That's how it goes. But anyway, let's get into all the super chat questions, all the regular chat questions, all that stuff. And then let's get on out of here. So let's rock it. Real quick, hit that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button for me. And let's go. Cypher, coming out the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I hate that Trash Buffkin has a rotation spot over Timmy. Timmy is far more impactful and plays team basketball. Let Adu play again against these trash teams. I do like, so the Adu thing, since I was just talking about it, right? Like, I just wish we had some clarification, right? Like if it was one of those things where it's like, hey, we just want to be overly cautious with him. We don't want to run the risk of him getting hurt this season. He's coming off of a significant injury. It's the whole reason the Lakers were able to land him. Fine, no problems, right? If we got some clarification, cool, right? Because then at least we have the expectations. But, to see some of these games, it's like, man, a dude could really help. And him get like no run, it's a little frustrating. It's like, come on. As far as Kobe Buffkin, again, it's hard to know. Right? Like, it's easy to look and go 0-2 in 3 minutes, right? But he's getting no consistency. He's getting no play time. He's getting no nothing, right? So he's going out there and he's trying to show what he can do, and he's doing too much, right? Like, and again, he's young. He's young enough for us to have drafted him this year, right? And so he's going out there trying to prove like, hey, look, I can do stuff, and he's just overdoing it. And again, once you get to that garbage time, they're not playing structured basketball. They're not playing real basketball. You're just trying to get out of there as quickly as possible. So you just, those guys know, just jack up shots, get the shots up, right? Like, they're not taking, that moving the ball, swinging the ball, getting the best player or anything. Like, no, they're just running and gunning up and down the court, jacking up shots, right? Like, so again, it's hard to tell what Kobe Buffkin can really bring this team when he hasn't gotten any rotation minutes. The one game he got when we signed him on the roster spot off of the the final roster spot. There we go. He got thrown into the fire with none of the guys that matter. Right. And then on top of that, it's like you're playing the best team in basketball in the San Antonio Spurs, who have like all the pieces and players to just bother even Austin Reeves and Luka, let alone an inexperienced guy like Kobe Buffkin. And it's like, hey, we're just going to throw you to the wolves and hope you figure it out. Right. Like, I can't, like, again, I can't judge a 22-year-old kid when he hasn't gotten any opportunity, when he hasn't gotten a fair shake, when he hasn't gotten any type of real role. It's hard to just kind of, it's hard to really put anything into it. Drew Timmy, he's been solid again in his roles and stuff like that. But again, you got 3 centers, right? Like Kobe Buffkin, at least there's spots and moments where you might need him. Drew Timmy, you can still play him in spots and moments. I don't think it matters either way. Even if Drew Timmy was on the roster, is he playing? Probably not, right? Like, so it's just, again, I don't think it really matters. Lakers have control over both of them either way. So, it's kind of my thoughts. But anyway, I appreciate you, Cypher. Thank you so much. All right, let's get into the regular chat. Samuel, first comment, appreciate you. Thank you so much. Seriously, thank you for being here. Thank God for Luke Kennard. Yeah, dude, he's so good, right? Like, he just is. Like, he can shoot. He can get to his spots. I mean, the guy has shown he can be a 3-level scorer. He's a guy that, again, I still kind of want him to shoot it a little more. I'm kind of like, there's times where I'm like, you can get your shot off. Take the shot. Take the shot. Take the shot. And he'll pass it up. I'm like, come on, man. Right? Like, take the shot. I'd rather you take a contested 3 than half of these guys take an open 3. So, but he is. He's special, man. That dude's really good. Luka masterpiece tonight, but want to see that against the Knicks on Sunday after they destroyed the Nuggets. Yeah, I mean, they just beat the Nuggets by like 40, and Aaron Gordon came back, which is crazy. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I wish Luka would have done that last night. I would have rather have taken that. I would have rather have beaten Denver last night and lost to the Pacers tonight, especially now that we know Denver ended up losing. right? Because it just, again, Lakers would have been ahead of Denver right now, but because you lost to Denver, Denver's still now half a game ahead. So it's frustrating, but yeah, Knicks is going to be a big game, big test. Got to get that W. Luka went off. Yes, he was. I mean, again, he dropped what 44 and 3/4, literally. So I mean, the guy was just fantastic. I mean, again, still dished out rebounds, had some steals, had some blocks, and they were making him work too. So it wasn't one of those things where he was just like, they were just like leaving him open all game. Like they were making him work. He was bringing the ball up, going coast to coast, step back, hitting threes. Like he was cooking. Did you see how Wemby got emotional from beating the Clippers? Just imagine how he'd react if he won a championship. Yeah, I mean, he's been playing heavy minutes. Spurs have been like ridiculous, man. They've been beating everybody. They didn't lose in the month of February, and then this month, I think they've only lost like one game, right? Like they're just the Spurs. He's playing on these back-to-back stuff like that. Again, this is and it was the comeback because they were down 23 or something like that. Came all the way back and won that game, which was extra impressive. I love the passion from Wemby. Yeah, they outscored them by 15 in the fourth, 9 in the third. So they outscored them by 24. So yeah, I think they were down 20. So 20-point comeback. But yeah, Spurs have been ridiculous. Like I said, they haven't lost in the month of February, and then they lost to the Knicks and have won 3 straight. So they've won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. They're 14-1 in their last 15 games. That's crazy. 14-1 in the last 15 games. And like I said, they have some very notable wins in that stretch too. You know what I mean? It's not like they're just beating bad teams. They just beat the Pistons, obviously Clippers, Sixers, Raptors, Pistons again, Suns, Warriors, us, Thunder again. So they have, they've been really good. JJ's making me mad. Player young guys a little more in the rotation. Adu, Bronny, Chris Mignon. I do too. I want him to play them too, especially a game like this. Again, I understand you're trying to win as many games as possible at the end of this stretch, but it's like, are you really going to lose to the Pacers because you played Bronny, Adu, Thero, and Chris Mignon, 10 minutes each? If you do, you deserve to lose, right? Like, so I do. It does. It's frustrating. Like I said, it sucks because we don't have context, like we don't know. Like, is there a reason? Like if JJ came out and was like, hey, look, we're trying to, next season, we gotta rebuild this roster and we're trying to see which guys are worth keeping and bringing back next year, which guys are we moving off of, so on and so forth, then fine, right? Like at least you have some clarity. At least we have something that we can point to and go like, okay, this is why this makes sense. Okay, right? Like, or like I mentioned earlier with the dude Thero, I wish they, just come out and just be like, hey, we're being overly cautious with the dude Thero because he's probably going to be a huge piece for us next season. Sure, no problem. Okay, cool. Right? At least now we have that reference point. But, from a fan perspective, it's like, dude, this would have been a great game for them all to get some run in, coming off of a second game of a back-to-back. You have, you're missing, 3 rotation guys and they still can't get run. It's like, come on. Good win. I was saying to myself last night, let Jokic score 30, 40 points and don't let the others get involved. His supporting cast outside of Jamal can't create their own shots. Yeah, I mean, again, Lakers did a pretty good job of like containing Jokic last night and like making things hard. Like Lakers were there. They had it, right? They were right there. And they just, again, it's the same old story with the Lakers, right? They just cannot seem to close those tight games against Denver, right? Like every time that those games are close, Denver just seems to make the plays and the Lakers don't. Um, it's frustrating. It's the same script every time, and it's frustrating. Really wanted to see a dude play tonight. I agree. I did too. And it's frustrating that they didn't. Like I said, it sucks that we don't have any context. We don't know why, right? Is it just I don't think JJ's a do hater. It's just again. I mean, like I'm sure it's more of like, hey, we're trying to win games, trying to win as many games as possible. Phoenix is still right on our tail, right? I'm sure, like if somebody asked JJ about it, right? I'm sure JJ would tell you, like, hey, like, look, we're trying to win as many games as possible. We can't mess around. I love the young guys. I'd love to play the young guys, but we're just not in the position to play the young guys. Sure, right? Like, that's probably what it is, but it's frustrating. Let's see. Our young players are only good in the G League besides Timmy. Bad take, play them less. I don't know how you can come to that conclusion when none of them have played significant minutes outside of Drew Timmy. So again, hard to say either way. Let's see. No ado, but Dalton played the whole year last year, and he was a second round pick as well. No, Dalton was first round pick. He was our 17th pick. So Dalton Connect was a first round pick. And he also started off in Fuego. You got to keep in mind, the only reason the Lakers were able to draft Adu Thero was because of the injury. And it was a significant one, right? Like knee injury, ACL, right? Like, so it's something that the Lakers have been they've been overly cautious with everybody, right? I would imagine that they're probably just being overly cautious with the Adu Thero. The only reason the Lakers were able to land Adu Thero was in anywhere from like 15th to like 20th on big boards before he got hurt. Like he was a guy that was clearly a first round pick that was expected to be a first round pick, but then he got that injury and it was a severe injury. It wasn't something that's like, he stubbed his toe or something. He got turf toe or something, right? It's like, no, it's, for the type of player that he is, it's an injury that, again, we've seen players completely fall apart over the years because of it. So, I imagine that the Lakers, again, if somebody would ask JJ, I'm sure he would tell you, like, we're trying to be overly cautious with the Adu Thero this year. It's his rookie season. We're trying not to have him do too much. I can't believe we got rid of Gabe Vincent for free. I mean, I wouldn't say for free. We gave up a second, but Luke Kennard is definitely worth that, without a doubt. Luka is nasty. What a game. Well, hey, it wasn't the trap game, I'm glad. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little worried about that. I was like, oh man, I could just see it. I could just see this being one of those games. Good thing is Brown will be back next game, and Maxey and Ayton both day today. So thankfully, it's just a few minor things. Yeah. And again, Lakers have been overly cautious. Like I said, for the most part, the Lakers have been pretty healthy, right? Like obviously Reeves missed like 27 games, but even that was like Austin Reeves was supposed to come back like 10 games earlier and they just kept them out, right? Like, so again, Lakers, remember last offseason, Lakers revamped their entire training staff, their entire health department, all of it. So, they're just, again, being overly cautious, right? Because the goal is to be healthy come playoff time. Don't disrespect my GOAT game. It's the Pacers. Can't take too much from it. Also, Kennard was a very, very underrated pickup and has been very good. Would love to bring him back next year. I think you have to. Obviously, it depends on the cost. If somebody throws like $18 million at him or something like that, it's like, unfortunately, you got to let him go. But I don't know why Kennard would want to leave. One, he loved LA. Two, I mean, he's done nothing but like glow because he's a Laker. And three, he's been the best version of himself he's been his entire career, right? On the Lakers, right? Like he wasn't known as like, a guy that could run actions and get you into your sets and, rebound the ball the way he's rebounding and do all the things that he's been doing, right? He's just been kind of relegated to being that catch and shoot spot up shooter guy. Right. And Lakers have done a really good job of kind of like unlocking him in a lot of ways, and JJ kind of trusting him to make plays and decisions, and run the offense even at times. So I mean, if you're Kennard, why would you even want to leave? I mean, obviously, again, if Lakers are like, hey, we'll give you a vet minimum, and somebody else is offering you 10 million or something like that, but I think if you give Kennard like in that 12 million range, 10 to 12 million, I think he sticks around. Especially if you gave him like a 4-year deal, which I think you should. Right? Give him like 4 years, 40 million, or 4 years, 44 million, or something like that. 4 years, 48 million. Right? Like if you can keep them in that range, I think you have to, and you figure it out. Right? If you have to trade Vando or something like that, you trade Vando. You do what you got to do. Figure it out. Right? At least that's what I would do. But appreciate you. Cypher coming out the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Again, I appreciate that. Once we get a playoff spot locked up, I hope we just let the bench play the last game or few games, win or lose. I might see playoff potential. I think it just depends on where the Lakers are at, right? Like the problem is that the West is so. I mean, last year even it was so tight. Lakers were the 3 seed because of tiebreakers. There were like 3 teams that had like the same record as the Lakers, right? And that's the problem is I don't know what the Lakers can, unless they're happy being the 6th seed. Like, I think it depends. So if Houston, right? If Houston ends up being the 3 seed, right? And they end up winning, and it's like, okay, we got 2 games left and they have the 3 seed locked up, right? Not even the Lakers, right? Let's say the Lakers could still get to the 4 seed, but like Houston has the 3 seed locked up. I could maybe see the Lakers go like, you know what? That's who we want to play in the first round, and if they have enough cushion, because the other thing too is Phoenix. If Phoenix stays on your tail, you can't. Like you lose 3 straight games, all of a sudden Phoenix, they win 3 straight games. Now you're a play-in team, right? So I think it just depends. But like if the Lakers have enough cushion on Phoenix and, say Houston is the matchup and it's like, you know what? Hey, let's just keep guys healthy, right? Like I wouldn't hate it, right? Like there's also the concern, like you mess with the basketball gods, you usually get burned, which is something else. But like I said, my problem is I don't think the Lakers are going to be, I just don't think that they're going to be locked in. Like they might be locked in on a playoff spot, but if you have a chance to be the 4 seed and play Houston or something like that, I think you have to go and make a push. I just think there's just so many circumstances that could still take place, right? Like obviously, if you're the Lakers, you want to position yourself to give you the best chance to get to the conference finals, which is probably, I mean, you can make an argument it is the 6th seed, right? Because right now you'd be playing, Minnesota or Houston, which I think the Lakers could beat both of them, and then San Antonio in the second round, which again, I think the Lakers could beat both of them. So, or beat San Antonio. So, unless they end up playing OKC, then you could argue, okay, maybe you go the other route. But I don't know. Just a lot still a lot to kind of see unfold. But appreciate you. Thank you so much. Man, like genuinely, what happened to Austin Reeves? He's not been the same player as the start of the season. He lost confidence or something. I think it's a combination of things. I've talked about it, right? Like his usage has gone down like tenfold, right? He went from averaging, I did a whole video about this, like an entire video breaking this down, right? Austin Reeves went from averaging, it was like 17 to 18 shots a game to only 12, right? So hard to go give you 30 on 12 attempts, right? Like, so, unless you go 12 of 12 from 3-point range, or 10 of 12 from 3-point range. So his usage has dropped since LeBron came back, and since he came back from injury, his usage has gone down tremendously, and his field goal attempts have gone down tremendously. He's averaging more 3s a game than he is 2s, right? So he's not able to get into the teeth of the defense, get to a spot and get in a rhythm and do all that stuff, right? Like he's essentially been relegated to the Luke Kennard role. Problem is he's not Luke Kennard, right? Like he's best with the ball in his hands, making plays, getting to the basket, so on and so forth. So There's that factor. Two, it's coming back from a calf strain, which is tough, right? Like again, calf strains have been no joke. I mean, we've seen it. How last year, how many guys tore their Achilles? Knock on wood, because of calf strains. Like that's why teams now are overly cautious on the calf strain. So, I'm sure it's that he's got to get his lift back. He's got to get his legs kind of back under him. And he missed what was it, like 27 games or something off the top of my head? It's a lot of games to go from like you're playing at an MVP level, all-star level to like now I'm not going to play for half the season, right? Like to now I'm jumping right back into having to do that again. It's a lot, right? Like so again, I want to be patient with him. It's frustrating, right? And I mean, again, I'm usually a Reeves hater, right? People usually call me the Reeves hater, but again, I want to be fair, right? Like, and I think fair is fair, and so I want to give him a handful of games, see if he can start finding his rhythm again, right? Like, that's why I said I thought it was good that LeBron. I mean, I said it before we got news that LeBron was going to be out. I was like, hey, it'd be nice if LeBron kind of sat, so maybe Austin Reeves can find some of his shot, which he's really struggled, but then again came alive there a little bit towards the back end. So hopefully that's a good sign. Fingers crossed, right? No playing time for Adu is extremely disappointing. He might as well have played South Bay tonight. It's not helping his development, not playing at all, and just getting buried on the bench. I agree. Like if you're not going to play him, I'd rather you play him on the South Bay team. It's just I get, you don't know, you're shorthanded, so maybe you wanted him on the roster, but like, if you're not going to play him at all, right? Like again, this isn't a game that I look at and go like, man, like if you played a dude 15 minutes, like it would have swayed things one way or the other. I think it would have been the same result. As you can see, we are a better team without LeBron. Luka and AR mesh well together naturally. Get LeBron off my team. I disagree, but sure. Let's see. Just so frustrating. Still, we couldn't win last night. Would have been tied with Denver. If we would have won last night, we'd actually be ahead of Denver. We'd actually be half a game ahead of Denver because we would have gotten 2 full games on them. Because we would have gotten the full game for the Lakers beating them. Also, we would have had the tiebreaker, by the way. And then we would have gotten another full game because we won tonight and the Nuggets did it. So, yeah, this was a blown opportunity, to put it nicely. Nice to see Mignon out there. Hopefully a sign he'll get playing time. No dude, though. I wonder why. Yeah, again, I wish we had some clarity on it. I wish we had some context on it. Let's see what's going on. There we go. Happy we got Kennard. I don't feel bad for Gabe Vincent at all. Yeah, I mean, again, this is a great pickup. And look, it's not like Gabe didn't have the opportunities, right? It's not like Gabe didn't get the opportunities. Let's see. Tyler, if you could only get one, would you pick Isaiah Hartenstein or Peyton Watson? Peyton Watson, and it's not even close. Right? Like, again, it is so much harder, as we have seen, for the Lakers to land a two-way wing, especially to the caliber that Peyton Watson is and the upside and potential that he still has. Right? Like, he's somebody that I like a wing, period. Right? Like, I just think the biggest priority is the wing position. Because I don't think you need this 20 and 10 center, right? Like, as we've seen with DeAndre Ayton, because they're not going to get the opportunities with Luka and Austin Reeves. Maybe, in a post-LeBron era, right? Because it's like you might be willing to use the scoring more. But if you have somebody like Peyton Watson or something like that, he can be that guy that go get the buckets, right? So to me, I look at it as like, yeah, Isaiah Hartenstein fits the mold of like the type, hustle player, rebounder, doesn't need the basketball, can just play within the margins. But Peyton Watson, it's just so much harder to get somebody like him. So much harder, right? Let's see. Mignon is not NBA ready. I was trying to again, how do you judge that off of 3 minutes in like how many games you play? 7 games of action? Like, again, like crazy. I really hope your employment doesn't judge you on tiny sample sizes. Crazy. Is Adu hurt or something? Seems like JJ Redick hates him. I don't think JJ. I mean, JJ played him. I mean, he had that stretch where JJ was playing him pretty significant. I don't think it's he hates him. I just think they're being overly like. If I had to guess, I think they're just being overly cautious with them because again, you got to keep in mind, right? Like Lakers have to solve. They're 3, they're 4, and they're 5 next year, unless LeBron ends up sticking around, right? But guys like Bronny James, Adu Thero, Kobe Buffkin, right? Like Chris Mignon potentially, like all those guys are probably going to be rotation guys, or at least like into the bench guys next year, right? Because you're gonna like Lakers aren't gonna have like the Lakers could have as much as 60 million, which seems like a lot, but once you go and get somebody like a Peyton Watson, there's half your money right there. And then you go sign a Mitchell Robinson and a Lou Dort, there's all your money. Right now you don't have any more money left. Right. And then you still have to pay Austin Reeves to get it over get over the first apron. Right. So now you're going to be an apron. Like it becomes tough if you're the Lakers. Right. So you're probably like Kennard, Smart, Laravia, and Hayes are probably your 4 guys sticking around. And then you're probably trying to trade, Jared Vanderbilt if DeAndre Ayton opts in, you're probably trading those guys to get off of that. And then if you can, maybe bring in, a Keon Ellis or something like that. But then you're still going to need to fill out, basically probably 4 guys, right? And that's where, Chris Mignon, Drew Timmy, those guys, maybe you find somebody, undrafted in this deep draft that could end up bringing somebody in. So like these guys like Adu Thero and stuff are probably going to be a big part of the Lakers next year because they're going to have to be. Like you're going to be forced to, right? So it becomes one of those things where like I don't know this for certain, but I would guess that they just want to be overly cautious with him because he had a significant injury. It wasn't just he stubbed his toe type thing. But Austin is struggling. Not sure about giving him the payday now. Again, it's not really so much about the regular season. He's always he's good enough to. It's the playoffs. I'm not really worried about his struggle. Like guys struggle. Even Luka had his struggles earlier in the year. I mean, Luka was shooting like 30% from 3-point range. I mean, he was struggling. LeBron James, was putting up 4-point. Like guys have struggles. Again, he's coming off of a calf injury. Right? He just missed 27 games. Right? I'm the first one to criticize Austin Reeves, but like again, context is important, right? Like again, his payday has always been predicated on what do you do in the playoffs. If he plays like this in the playoffs, then yeah, you can't pay him $40 million. Sorry, right? You can't. You work out a sign and trade and you figure it out, right? Like you just can't. Let's see. Those people saying LeBron or Lakers better without LeBron. Relax. It's tanky pace. I mean, it's one person, and again, it also took Luka giving you 40 through 3 quarters, right? Like it's not like the team just like blitzed them and just ran through it. It's just Luka was insanely hot. Laravia sucks right now. Right now, he definitely does. You hyped him up and he has failed miserably. Again, I get it, Josh. You're one of those guys that only looks at scoring, and if you don't drop 20, then you're the worst player in basketball. But like people that understand basketball know that like, hey, there's more to the game than just scoring and shooting. Again, I understand his frustrations. I understand him and his lack of scoring right now. And he's had inconsistencies all season scoring the basketball. But again, you have enough scoring, right? Like you need guys to do stuff. Also, he's 23 years old, right? So are you one of those people that want to develop young guys or just trade young guys? Because guess why Adu Thero and Bronny James and those guys don't get significant minutes? It's because they're going to have inconsistencies and they're going to have struggles and they're going to have frustrations. Again, Jake LaRavia, when he was our starter, was actually very good for the Lakers, right? And was very good to start the season and was a big help to us getting off to a hot start, right? But again, you only see, you ignore the 6 rebound games and the defensive hustles. You just look at, oh, he went 3 of 7 from the floor, so he's trash. I get it. I understand, not every casual understands that, like, you just think like, oh, put ball in hoop and that's that. But like, there's more to the game of basketball than that, just to let you know. So again, hopefully that gave you some clarification. Laravia plus minus is a plus 13. Give the man a break. We need the D more than his buckets. Exactly. Again, 100%. There's more to the game of basketball than scoring, right? I understand it's frustrating when he's airballing threes and missing layups. I get it. One, he's only playing like 10 to 15 minutes a night on a good night. So it's not like JJ's playing him 30 minutes a night. And again, he's a 23-year-old kid, right? Like, he's young enough to have been drafted this year by the Lakers. This is his first like real major role with consistency and him proven. He's also the only guy that's played in every game this year. He's been a great rebounder for us. He's our best defensive player. He's leading the team in steals, right? Like, again, it's just, but you get people that if you're not scoring 20, you're trash, right? Like, they don't pay attention to it. They just look at the box score and go like, oh, he's trash, right? Like, and ignore everything else. Let's see. I'm not going to entertain the troll comment. Laravia is Gabe Vincent's greatest disciple. I mean, he's not that bad. Gabe Vincent gave you nothing. Jake LaRavia, again, actually is giving you really good defense. He's giving you rebounding, right? Like, he's always in the trenches, right? Like, Gabe Vincent literally gave you nothing, right? Like, if he didn't shoot the basketball, you got nothing. Again, Josh, more areas than scoring the basketball, and he was more consistent as a starter. He still had his consistencies, but all role players have inconsistencies. That's why they're role players, right? Why are stars? Because they're consistent. Most guys in the league can go get you 20 on any given night. Hopefully Lakers can take revenge against Spike Lee and the Knicks. I hope so. We're going to find out right around the corner. Let's see. I would rather Gabe Vincent over AR right now. Your GOAT, right? Oh shoot, I just lost my spot. There we go. All right. Facts me too. Just admit it, Tyler. You were wrong about Jake LaRavia. He's worse than Dalton. I have been spot on with Jake LaRavia. I think you need to go back and listen. Again, Josh, there's more to the game of basketball than just shooting. I said he'd have his inconsistencies. I said he'd be a starter at some point. I literally mapped out exactly how his season would go, and he's gone exactly as such. Again, he's been an excellent rebounder. He's been our best defensive player. He's leading the league in steals. Again, Josh, I get it. It's hard to comprehend that if somebody doesn't score the basketball, they actually can do other things. I get it. It's tough, but don't worry. You'll learn one day. One day you'll grow up and understand basketball is more than just scoring. Lakers are interesting because I do think Ayton, Laravia Smart will be a different playoffs. We just need to beat the Nuggets at home, keep up the good content. Team could use just a 5-game win streak. Yeah, I mean, again, you go on, like, Lakers are one streak away from like being right there in the thick of it. And I really hope so. Let's see. Tanking level teams, Lakers can win come Sunday against the Knicks. Next loss in line. I hope not. I mean, you're not wrong. That's how it's been, right? I mean, that's how the Lakers have been operating, right? You beat the bad teams, can't beat the good team. When the Lakers had their 3-game winning streak, they were playing better defense, in my opinion. Last 2 games have been iffy, but Denver did shoot lights out. I thought JJ had smart schemes I live with. Yeah, again, I actually thought the Nuggets game was one of JJ's better like schematic games. Again, it's just they just couldn't miss, right? Like, uh, let's see, would a sign in trade work if Spurs, Rui Lakers, or Spurs, Rui, Lakers, Luke Cornett. I would be shocked if they trade Luke. Luke Cornett's been so good for them this year, right? And why sign and trade for him when Spurs could just sign Rui, right? Like Rui's not going to make that much money. The Spurs should be able to just sign him outright. But theoretically, yes. Theoretically, yes, it can happen. Let's see. Lakers have to win. Nuggets, you have the best of jokes. Lakers are 3-1 against the Nuggets since the Luka trade. I mean, that you can look it up, right? Like again, Lakers beat them earlier this year, right? Like again, they're 1-1 on the season. Up until that game, Lakers were undefeated against the Nuggets after post Luka trade. So again, not a joke. Facts. Luke Kennard has handles. I really hope we don't let him walk. It might not be up to us, honestly, right? Like because the problem is you can't pay him. You have to solve your starters, right? You do. You have to. And unless you end up trading Austin Reeves, then yeah, sure. But like assuming that they're not going to do that, right? Like problem is Luke Kennard is at best going to be a rotation guy. So it really comes down to how much. So it Lakers have to solve that, and then whatever is left. Luckily, Lakers should have their exceptions and stuff, so you might be able to use that on Kennard. It's just going to depend how much does Kennard want. Not going to lie, Tatum looked good today. Celtics might actually win it all if Tatum is even 50% of stuff. I have said that. I don't even know how many. I've said that a lot. I really think that Celtics might be terrifying. Let's see. Wimby is super overrated. He has no skills and relies heavily on his height. He's also going to have a short career. He's made of glass. I couldn't disagree more. I mean, the guy. I mean, what can't he do? He's the best defense player in the league. I mean, he could shoot the basketball. He can handle the basketball. I mean, his height, yeah, absolutely helps. But like, if LeBron was 6'1", would LeBron be considered one of, if not the greatest players ever? Right? Like, I mean, height is a big reason guys are who. If Jokic was 6'6", right? Is Jokic as good as he is? Right? Like, if Luka was 6'1", is Luka as good as he is? I don't think you can really hold the height against him, right? Like Luka relies on his height, Jokic relies on his height, LeBron relies on his height. Like all these guys rely on their height. But I think he does a lot. I mean, that guy's ridiculous, but appreciate you nonetheless. Let's see. I'm out on JJ, Vando, D, and P. When your best defenders are Smart, Laravia, it's no way. Vando played tonight, and Vando played in the Denver game, right? Like, so you got both guys. I mean, Vando played 21 minutes tonight, and then also played. Well, I don't remember off the top of my head. I know it wasn't a ton. It was like 5 minutes or whatever last night. So I don't like. Yeah, I don't know, and it's not like Smart and Laravia. Again, Laravia, like Marcus Smart and Laravia by metric are like our best defender. Vando hasn't been as good as he has been in the past this year. Like defensively and just like the margin plays. Like he has. Again, the numbers back it up. The eye test, he's getting blown by in areas that he never used to go blown by. Again, I'm a big Vando guy, but he's not been the Vando we know of 2023. Double foot surgery will do that to you, though. Very nice game tonight. Everyone, do this verse New York Sunday. I'm right there with you, Drip Show. Got to. Like it is so crucial, right? Like you got to get a win streak, beat a good team, kind of build some confidence. It would be big. But appreciate you. Let's see. Vando only plays tonight because no bigs. Braun Top 5 in team plus minus as well. Again, plus minus is not an individual stat, it's the personnel that you're with out there. Vando's units are usually with like LeBron and various others. Um, yeah, thank you so much, Trip. So, yes, please, if you haven't yet, hit that like button for me, hit that subscribe button for me. Appreciate it. What would this Lakers team be like if they had Aaron Gordon, who I love his style of play? He made the Nuggets the next level. They could choose a player like him. Yeah, I mean, again, just hyper athletic. His 3 point. I mean, he's basically Rui Hachimura with defense and better athleticism, right? Like, he's Aaron Gordon is basically what we want, at worst, a Dude Thero to be, right? Like that Aaron Gordon type where he can just be that high flyer, just catch lobs, flush them home, knock down the 3 ball with consistency, rebound. Like that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping like at worst, a Dude Thero's like an Aaron Gordon. Walker Kessler or Peyton Watson. I am a big Walker Kessler guy. Big Walker Kessler guy. But it's Peyton Watson. Again, I don't think the Lakers need a $30 million center, right? Because the problem is you're going to go pay $30 million to Walker Kessler, and then who are you going to be your wings, right? Like, what are you Keon Ellis and Herb Jones? Like, I don't think that's enough to, I think you need that defense, athleticism, and size, especially if you're going to go with Luka and Austin Reeves, right? Especially if you're going to go with them. You need kind of a more versatile, switchier defensive center that's better around the margins and can defend, and then you need kind of those athletic, twitchy wings that can mask those guys. Lakers look a lot better at times without LeBron. Lakers look younger and faster. LeBron is like number one in Lakers. The Lakers' fastest transition is when LeBron's going. LeBron is our sole transition. Like, you look at all the stats, all the metrics, like 90% of LeBron's points come in transition. Like it's like glaring how different it is, like with LeBron and without LeBron. Lakers are much slower pace, all of that. It's actually the complete opposite. I mean, it's like I encourage you to look into those numbers. You'll be like, there's no way. Like, it almost looks fake. Adu is actually NBA ready. I mean, definitely defensively, like rebound wise, like his size, his athleticism, yes. His offense though, he's even in the G League, he's struggling to finish at the rim, right? Like he hasn't been a good rim finisher. And his shooting has not been great even in the G League. So it's like, is that what's going to happen? Like it's one of those things. Once again, you're only mentioning again, Josh, there's more to basketball than shooting, right? Again, more to it, right? Just like why people love Jared Vanderbilt because of his hustle and grit and all that stuff. Again, I get it. You only look at shooting, right? You only look at scoring. If you don't drop 40, you're terrible. I get it, Josh, but there's more to it than that. And my favorite thing is you say casual excuses, and every comment you've left has been insanely casual. Like, you can't make this stuff up. It's so funny. And it's always that. It drives me crazy. It's always the people that leave the most casual comments that are always like, you're casual or you have casual dates that like don't understand how basketball works. Like, it's crazy. Yes. Thank you so much. Please take a minute, like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Exactly. Scoring is great, but it's not the only thing. Laravia was pretty decent for a stretch when started. Yeah, like I said, he was much better as a starter than he was off the bench, which is interesting because he actually started off the season well. Like he did. He started off the season well and then like got the nod as a starter, really had an uptick. Like he was really good as a starter and then went back to the bench, which was expected. And he is just kind of nosedive offensively. He's had his inconsistencies all season, but again, he's 23 years old, right? He's going to have his inconsistencies. Lakers do seem to have better chemistry without LeBron. I mean, Austin Reeves and Luka do for sure. So those two playing off of each other just looks cleaner, looks better. Let's see. I'd have to agree with the subber. Laravia isn't good, and that's okay. He gives effort defensively, but Vando is clearly the best defender on this team. Everything says otherwise, but okay. I would be okay if Lakers put him in a trade package. So again, it's easy to say I agree, and Laravia isn't good. What about Laravia? Remove the scoring. What about Laravia hasn't been good? Like, what about Laravia? I'd love to hear you explain that, right? Because again, I understand the scoring side of it. He's been one of our best rebounders. He's leading the team in steals. He's been, by every metric, our best defensive player. Vando he's not been the same. I really encourage people to educate themselves. I really do. That's why I say it all the time. I encourage people to look stuff up. Even the eye test shows you Jared Vanderbilt isn't the same player he was in 2023. Again, it's easy to say, like, Jake LaRavia isn't good. What about him isn't good? Right? Because all I hear is he can't score or he's inconsistent scoring, right? Which is true, which you knew when we signed him, right? But again, he's been one of our best rebounders this year. He's been one of our best defensive players this year. He's leading our team in steals. Like, again, what about him isn't good? It's easy to just blanket statement, he isn't good. Okay, well, what about him isn't good, right? Because there's always these blanket statements from people that are like, oh, like this guy sucks or JJ sucks or whatever. And like I always say, why? What about them make them suck? I'd love to get an answer because I usually don't. When the playoffs come, the game slows down. 3-point shooting really matters. Luke Kennard needs to play. Great pickup for the playoffs. Won't be rattled. Yeah, exactly. His ability to shoot the basketball, score the basketball, all of that, it's going to be huge. It was a 3-game winning streak against losing teams. Let's not get crazy here. No one is. I mean, we've all been very open and honest about it. Let's see. Lakers beat the Nuggets earlier this year with Braun, Aaron Gordon, and Joker out. No, Aaron Gordon and Braun played. Joker was the one that was out. And we were missing LeBron and a few others. Let's see. In a wider view, Nuggets still won more games against the Lakers in the last 3 years. Yeah, but again, different team. Don't have Anthony Davis, different stars, all of that. Hard to kind of compare. Hard to compare Anthony Davis and LeBron Lakers to Luka, LeBron, and Reeve Lakers. Hey, Tyler, I remember when you said that Lakers might surprise everybody in the playoffs. I still think that. Again, they're one of the best half-court defenses in all of basketball, or they're the best half-court defense in all of basketball, best field goal percentage team in all of basketball, right? Based on their three-point numbers, they've been really good, like the last 10 games shooting the three ball. The three-point numbers have gone up. They're like third, I think, right now in offense since the break. Best crunch time team in basketball, best fourth quarter team in basketball. There's a lot of things that the Lakers really are good at that bode well come playoffs. When the game slows down, things tighten up, right? So I like the Nuggets. I like the Nuggets match up better with Luka than Anthony Davis. I mean, record-wise, it's better. Less games. Lakers are better with LeBron. I was at the game last night. He was flying the best. Yeah, LeBron is really good. And yeah, I like the matchup better with Luka too. Luka loves to play Denver. Loves it because Jokic and him are besties. Jake LaRavia is a good young asset. I love the addition. Marcus Smart is my favorite Laker. Role player, great defense. Love his play. I liked when JJ threw him on Murray. JJ done good. I trust him more than, yeah. Look, I thought JJ had one of his best schematics in that game. Like, genuinely. I really did. I thought he was fantastic in that, 1,000%. So, again, and then he said Vando defensive rating is 114 compared to LaRavia. Again, don't just look... Defensive rating isn't the sole metric on defense, right? And look at comparisons. How many minutes has Jared Vanderbilt played compared to Jake LaRavia, right? How many games and how many minutes has, because again, your defensive rating is going to be much higher when you're playing, whatever, 13 minutes a night compared to 23 minutes a night, right? Your defensive rating is going to be much higher when you're playing 4 minutes a night compared to 14 minutes a night. Again, Josh, another casual comment. Please start to educate yourself. You keep leaving these comments talking about, casual excuses and all this stuff, but you don't even understand the difference in defensive ratings, right? And defensive rating isn't the sole metric, right? Like, defensive ratings also impacts like who's on the team with them and so on and so forth, right? Oh my God. And yet you always know when somebody's panicking and losing the argument when they start throwing insults because they realize like he's right. I don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm just gonna say you're pathetic, unemployed. Yet you're here employing me, goofy. Like, what do you think I do for a living? Why do you think I do all this stuff, you goober? God, it's always the guy that's like in his mom's basement. Mom, the meatloaf. Right? He's over here playing with his belly button, because he has nothing better going on in the chat, talking about how he has no idea what he's talking about. It's hilarious. It's always the people that are most clueless. The panic sets in. It's hilarious. Yeah, again, people have to, because he knows he doesn't get it. He doesn't understand. He probably doesn't even understand what I'm talking about. He's like, what? No, like, it's like Cartman and family in South Park. It's so funny. People are hilarious. Let's see. See, again, if you make money, you don't got to talk about it, right? Right? Like, how many rich people run around going like, I make this, right? Like, again, when you have to start to bring you know nothing about me, know nothing about my life. As soon as you have to start leaving comments like this is when you've embarrassed yourself, Josh, and you're just continuing to embarrass yourself. It's okay, Josh. It's fine. Like, you don't have anything to prove. No one cares. I promise you. You're like, no one on the internet's like, man, that Josh guy, whoo, 120K a year as a cybersecurity analyst and doesn't understand basketball. Woo, that guy's going place. That guy's doing something. Yet you're at home, bored, doing nothing, making 120K a year, crying in my comments. You look at you big mad Josh. It's so funny. It is. It's hilarious. Like, these people just get so desperate. Man, it's hilarious. People are funny. If LeBron is staying rest of the year, just hope for the best, because he is, unless flies are dropping, names are called. Lakers need unity. Best because just hope for the best, because unless files are dropping and names are called, Lakers need unity. I'm not really understanding the last part, what you're saying. Like, but I mean, look, with LeBron, I think the likelihood of LeBron leaving is probably going to happen pretty quickly, right? So again, I think this is probably the most likely year that it ends up happening. Let's see. You just said I was living in a basement. Just because you do cybersecurity doesn't mean you're not living in a basement. Like, that didn't prove anything. Oh my God! Again, you're embarrassing yourself. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Again, I'm an internet personality, goofy. This guy really debating like he's gambling on it. Josh, come on. Jake LaRavia is easily our first or second best defender. He probably just think score offense have struggled again. He's having the panic. It's funny. The guy is just in panic mode. Exactly. He's like It's the little man syndrome, right? He's like, I have to prove myself. I need to show the internet. This guy Tyler's embarrassing me, so I need to show that I'm better than him. He knows nothing about me. He has no idea what I do, what I make, what anything. It's so funny. Oh my god. And you know the public earnings aren't correct. Ask any YouTuber. It's just like the Forbes or Google. Like when you look up Google's income, because AdSense is different for anybody. Those numbers are just a generalized number, right? The average AdSense. Here, I'll give you a little insight, Josh. The average AdSense is $1, so it's usually based off of $1. So if you look at sites, right, like Social Blade, for example, right, it says I make like $34 a month or something like that. Like again, you don't know again, you keep talking about stuff you have no idea about, right? So again, for somebody that is supposedly a computer, like what did you say, a software engineer or something like that, aren't you supposed to be smart? Shouldn't you know like basics, right? Like god, dude. I want to hear these two argue more. I changed my mind. Honestly, I enjoy it. I really do. I love like just when these people just regularly embarrass themselves. But I still got a long night. I'm probably gonna wrap this up here in a moment. Josh is gonna go cry in his room. So Jake is a great defender who plays clean. But refs call BS calls against him. Yeah, like he does. He has like a very unfavorable whistle as a defender, which makes things tough. It makes things very tough. You said that YouTube was your only job. Yeah, exactly, which means making more than $34 a month. Oh my god. Again, it doesn't account super chats, doesn't account any like memberships, doesn't count any of that stuff, which I don't have memberships or anything like that. But again, Josh, you're embarrassing yourself. We still need high quality 3-and-D wings to surround Luka and Austin to actually win a championship like Trey Murphy or Herb Jones. We need rim blocking center, and Lake Show is in business. Yes, especially if you're going to keep Austin Reeves. You have to get the perimeter. You have to get the defense. You have to get the defensive wings as well as the interior guy. Josh, you're getting a little obsessed. Are you a stalker? the guy, no, he's just desperately trying to grasp at straws. He's trying to win, and he's desperate. That's what it is. He's trying to desperate. Let's see. Josh, at the end of the day, we want all people to have enough to live good, cope. Exactly. Oh my god, that's not true. You get right. You just know everything, Josh. You're right. You're the guy. You're the guy, Josh. Man, you're right. You're not embarrassing yourself on the internet for a living right now. That's my laugh for tonight. I know it's hilarious. It is. It's so funny. Tyler versus Josh Wars. Yeah. No, don't leave, dude. Tell us about the Aliens files dropping soon. I know, I'm excited for that. I'm not gonna lie, I really am. But I do. I gotta work. I gotta do stuff. Jackson Hayes might ask for more money this offseason, probably. Which I mean, if he did, it depends on how much he wants, right? I can give him a little bit of an uptick. Tyler, you're the man. Thank you. I appreciate you. I do. I appreciate you. Let's see. You're a Wisconsin, right? Okay, watch this. I'm sorry, but we all see that Luka just plays a different when Braun sits or doesn't play. I know Luka pretty well. Josh does my bank statements for me. I believe it. I just looked him up. on LinkedIn. His employer is defense contractor, Tyler. He may be legit, which if he's a defense contractor, his behavior right now would probably not be good for the company he works for. So again, he's some guy on the internet. Like, let him talk. Uh, who cares? Like, he has nothing better going on in his life. Again, he's desperately grasping for straws. Again, again, he's some random guy on the internet trying to prove what? Like, even if he can find my financial, like, who cares? Like, again, everybody's information is public, right? Like, you can find it. Like, he's acting like, ooh, like I'm a big one up. Ooh, my gosh. uh, he's so funny. Why doesn't JJ start Jackson Hayes and keep starting DeAndre Ayton? I feel like every time I watch Ayton, he just gives up free layups or mid-range jumpers. He plays no defense. I mean, Jackson Hayes isn't great defense player either, but it's because you don't want DeAndre Ayton to completely check out, right? Like, DeAndre Ayton's one of those guys you don't want to see him completely check out, right? Like, you still need him, especially come playoff time. Right, where Jackson Hayes, he's comfortable coming off the bench, comfortable coming in a rotation, right? Like, you don't want to end up doing something where he just completely checks out. So, Tyler, just read Josh comments and you respond. Well, apparently he disappeared. Tyler, who's your favorite NFL team? Again, I get asked this a lot. I actually don't have a favorite NFL team. I never have. I grew up in a household that had like 9 people in it, and everybody was a fan of a different team. Like, everybody. So I grew up loving football. I played football, all that stuff, but like I never ended up I never had like that specific team. Right, the LA Rams at when I was little had it, and then ended up going from there. But anyway, all right, I'm gonna wrap it up. I got work to do. I ain't got time to deal with Josh and his panic attack and him freaking out and trying to prove something on the internet to a random stranger because he's desperate and needs attention. Tyler, who is the biggest who is the biggest difference for the Lakers? Who is a role player? Like, difference I mean, Kennard's probably. I mean, he has the potential to be like huge game changing for the Lakers. He's probably the biggest X factor. From there, Jackson Hayes. I think it also depends on the matchup, right? Depends on the matchups you end up playing with. But NFL unwatchable. NBA getting close to falling off. I mean, sports period. No, like NFL has its bad. NBA has its bad. All of that. Do you miss Gabe Vincent? I most certainly do not. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Really appreciate you guys for hanging out with me and all that stuff. Again, later, Tyler, glad you're settling in your new place. Thank you. I appreciate it. And yeah, I am. I'm definitely settling into my new place. The thing that's funny is like everything Josh is trying to like discover and find out right now, I have said publicly on live streams. Right? Like, I'm like an open book. That's the thing that's extra funny is like he's over here probably paying and trying to scramble to find out like what I do, what I make, what I have, what anything. And most of it, almost everything I've talked about. Like, I'm about as open of a book as it gets. But anyway, I'm done. I gotta get back to work. I got real work to do. Josh has got to go play video games, right? So anyway, I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm glad you guys got a good laugh and all of that in the little back and forth. I have fun with it sometimes. It's not that serious. These people usually take it serious. It's the internet. I'm just having a good laugh. But I appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys, Sunday against the Knicks. I will see you guys Sunday. Appreciate you guys. See you guys soon.